Here's a problem you could run into if you're planning on installing some type of a shed next to a building with a stuccoed wall. What you're looking at here is what appears to be a shed separated from a building. So we got a wall, and then someone went ahead and they attached the shed to the building and created a problem for the building. Now, this is something I see a lot and something you should consider if you're planning on doing something like this. That would be at the top of the roof. Someone just goes ahead and they smear some tar across it. So they might put some metal. I'm not saying they don't have metal attached to the roofing, some type of a L metal, but instead of going behind the stucco, something like this, they just go ahead and they nail the metal to the front of the stucco and then tar over it like this is going to solve a problem. And in reality, it doesn't. The area above the shed is going to create the most problems for us. And I'm not suggesting that the sides won't, because it all depends on how the moisture gets absorbed into the stucco. So if you're going to put a shed next to a building and you think something like this will work, you can just smear some tar over the stucco and you're not going to have a problem. Mind you, you're not going to have as big of a problem as if you don't do this. But all I'm suggesting is that stucco absorbs water. Any of the area above the shed and around the side of it that is going to absorb water when it rains will absorb water and put it behind the shed. It will keep it in the stucco. It'll get absorbed around the perimeter of the shed, and then it will gravity will pull it into the shed area where you have stucco. And you might not think, hey, this isn't a big problem. And it might not be, as long as this moisture has a place to evaporate. If you live in an area where it rains a lot and you're getting a lot of moisture in this area, then you could end up with a big problem with the stucco. Now, one short story before I end this. Why did I make the video? I actually seen a guy put just a regular metal shed next to a building, and he did this, and it ruined the whole area behind the shed. It got moist, it stayed moist, and then the stucco actually started to disintegrate. So that's the reason why I made the video. But I can't end it there. Here is what it should look like. If you have a shed roof, you should have some type of a Z-bar waterproofing system. So you would have metal underneath the stucco, underneath the protective building envelope, which whatever that's going to be, if you're going to use a waterproof membrane like Tyvek, or if you're going to use building paper. So you would put the metal on first, then the stucco, and then have everything drain accordingly. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit the old thumbs up button every once in a while. It's always greatly appreciated.